This is the news at 10, live from Channels Television. Reporting tonight, how it had been.
Hello and welcome. Tonight, a Russian plane allegedly carrying weapons to Chad is intercepted by the Nigerian Airforce at the Kano International Airport. Over 200 inmates escaped from Minna medium security prison following a raid on the facility by gunmen. Workers of Bendel breweries protest not payment of wages and poor state of company in Benin. And an American journalist and a South African teacher died during a rescue operation by special forces in Yemen.
Business news tonight. Yields on Nigerian bonds are expected to rise next week as investors cut back their buying positions before the end of the year.
And in sports news, Jose Mourinho's nightmarish run at St. James's Park continues as Newcastle United and Chelsea's unbeaten start to the season.
We begin tonight in Kano, northwest Nigeria, where a Russian plane alleged to be carrying weapons was intercepted at the Kano International Airport by the Nigerian Airforce. It was gathered that the plane made a technical landing at the airport but was prevented from continuing its flight to N'Djamena, the Chadian capital. All crew members are said to have been arrested by the Nigerian Airforce while investigations have begun. While military authorities are yet to make any comment on the matter, efforts to get the reaction of the airport authorities to speak on the issue has been unsuccessful, as they say it's purely a military affair. On June 15 last year, a Russian aircraft laden with sophisticated military hardware was intercepted at the Kano airport. The aircraft, which was also said to have made a technical landing then, was eventually released to continue its journey to Kinshasa in Tanzania. Exactly a year earlier, specifically in June 2012, a Ukrainian cargo plane was also intercepted at the same airport under similar circumstances, but was equally cleared to continue its journey to Malabo in Equatorial Guinea after investigations by security operatives. Now, barely 3 weeks after the jailbreak in Ado-Ekiti, Ekiti State in southwest Nigeria, about 276 prisoners are reported to have escaped from the medium security prison in Minna, the Niger State capital. Our correspondent in Minna says gunmen invaded the prison this evening, shooting sporadically, overpowered the guards at the facility and freed the inmates. It is not clear who the attackers are or their connection with the inmates, 4 of whom are said to have been rearrested. This is coming a day after President Goodluck Jonathan confirmed Pt.1 as the new Controller General of Prisons, taking the place of Aminu Sule, who was in acting capacity prior to the appointment of Mr. Ekpendu. Well, the Nigerian Customs Service headquarters monitoring team in Lagos has confiscated poultry products valued at 21 million naira. The poultry products, which were seized around the Seme border area, were concealed with some cement bags and transported in a vehicle belonging to a cement manufacturing company. Speaking on the seizure, the leader of the monitoring team, Assistant Comptroller of Customs, Abdullahi Kirawa, warned the public against consuming such products which could be harmful to their health.
The present tempo has to be sustained because not only these activities is being injurious to our economy, which by implications mean that there will be unemployment, there will be health hazard. Imagine, how can you now think of the combination of cement and frozen poultry product in one vehicle. That tells a lot. That tells you that these people will not stop at anything provided that they will at the end make their money. And that means we have to be very vigilant, we have to be watchful and be careful. Therefore, I am appealing to the society in general that they should come up with available information and give it to customs so that we'll be able to track this type of activity that is going on within our midst.
As the country enters the heat of the political season, with major parties holding primaries for elective positions, the People's Democratic Party still has to contend with issues arising from past congresses and primaries in states such as Rivers and Adamawa. Elders of the party in Rivers State have called for all PDP congresses in the state to be cancelled. Meanwhile, elders of the party in Adamawa State have applauded the decision of the party's leadership, announcing that all primaries for the state will now be conducted in Abuja. Our correspondent, Larry Lasisi, reports.
Elders and leaders of the People's Democratic Party in Rivers State meeting in Abuja to deliberate over the ongoing political situation in the state. They say the meeting is necessary to ensure that the political atmosphere in the state is made as peaceful as possible. They say the national leadership of the party must take several steps to make this possible.
That all PDP congresses and other elections in the states conducted by the GDI-dominated caucus are cancelled forthwith, and fresh processes for credible congresses be put in place.
The party chieftain, who was also present at the meeting, said the party must adhere to the principle of zoning.
The party has a constitution and guidelines, and these must be followed by anybody who believes that is a member of the party. No one member of PDP is greater than the party.
Meanwhile, elders of the party from Adamawa State have applauded the decision of the National Working Committee of the party that all primaries for Adamawa State should now take place in Abuja.
We are happy to note that you hearken to the call of the people of Borno State, the people of Yobe State, and more importantly for us, to the people of Adamawa State. You heard our call and you relocated our primaries to Abuja here in the safety and comfort of Abuja.
In his remarks, the National Secretary of the party said the decision was taken in the interest of party members in Adamawa, Yobe, and Borno states.
The beautiful thing is that those who are not seeing clearly now, with the step you have taken and with the transparent manner we intend to proceed in conducting this exercise in Abuja here, everyone at the end of the day will see the light and agree with this step that we have taken.
The party will still have to contend with more of these issues as primaries for the seats in the National Assembly take place this weekend. Lanre Lasisi, Channels Television News.
The governor of Nasarawa State, Tanko Amakura, has dismissed the political threat posed by the People's Democratic Party, which has vowed to unseat him come 2015. The governor says the threat by the PDP to take over power in Nasarawa State has been on since 2011, pointing out that the will of the people will again ensure he defeats the PDP.
Victory sure has a way of boosting one's morale and confidence, and that seems to be the mood of Governor Tanko Amakura, having picked the APC governorship ticket in Nasarawa State. Mr. Amakura, in a post-primary election chat with journalists, dismissed a threat to unseat him democratically by the PDP, which has vowed to reclaim the power it lost in 2011.
The project of dislodgement started from the day I was sworn into office, and I've taken a very critical look at it, and my solution to that is to fall back on the people. They tried in 2011, and they have tried it all the way through to this moment, but the strength, commitment, support of the ordinary people that gave me the mandate is enough for me.
He added that the peaceful outcome of the APC primary is a plus for him, as there is no rancor among APC members after the primary election.
APC as a party has provided a level playing field for all contestants. So there was no rancor whatsoever in the emergence of the flag bearer. That is an added advantage.
On the issue of the security and the safety of citizens during the general election, Mr. Amakura says security remains a top priority of this administration.
One of the cardinal preoccupations of this administration is to ensure that security is provided and people have confidence that their lives and property are safe and they can go about their normal activities without any hindrances.
The political task before the Amakura-led APC government in Nasarawa State will be to survive the resolve of the PDP to wrestle power as key PDP leaders vow to reclaim Nasarawa and Kwara State, which were lost to the APC.
In part two, after the break, over 175 Nigerian medical personnel arrived in 3 Ebola-hit West African countries to assist in checking the disease outbreak. That's in a moment. Please stay with us.